Thank you and thank Habin. We are so pleased to be here and to be allowed to share our dream because we're such a baby project if we look at what has been already presented, but we are here and happy to share with you our dream. So we're basically going to tell you our story, how we were born and how Comvidarte was born, because you're basically just seeing our delivery. So this was our background before we came into Habin. I was an educational project. It's a community educational project built by parents who have homeschooled kids, and we wanted to give them some new way of learning and approaching to learning and respectful and engage with them and really making visible who our children were and help them grow very peacefully and taking into account who they were, their project. And this was what brought me to Habin. And when I came in, I thought this was going to be what I was going to develop, which didn't happen. And I met Rafael.
Yeah, I met her there. I was in the past. My background was by meeting art and community, and it made me bring some new feedback for relationship with different kind of people, and then it make me more. I can be more attention for how the community, which the community need to be more inclusive in your city, right? And this was one example with big stairs and one poor place, or middle class place, and our community was together in that projects, and still today they make the maintenance. And before this projects, I made another projects with community, also with arts, and then I came to the Habin and meet Mária and this new
and everything changed.
Challenge in Lisbon.
So this was what happened. We didn't know anybody. We were at the boot camp, and basically we were set together with two other girls, and we were challenged to respond to a Habin problem, and each one of us were coming with our own backgrounds, which were very different, with our own projects, but we were challenged to leave all that behind and start anew. It was very difficult, very painful, and very challenging, and some of the people couldn't keep going with the group. We ended up being 4 of us. So basically, Habin brought together me with this educational kind of background, Rafael with his artistic background, and 2 other wonderful ladies, and a lady that was focused on cooking, and she's from India with an Indian background, Nianta, and Vanessa, which is a Chilean girl that her project was related to bike tourism. And so basically we had a cook, an artist, a tourist guide, and myself, bringing together to create something new to try to respond to challenges. The challenges that we decided that were more according to our own projects were the cultural heritage, how to preserve it, and also sustainable tourism, because there were some people who were already linked to this. And so we brainstormed, we've tried, we merged in the territory, all this during the acceleration program. We've discussed a lot, we created, we destroyed everything and created again, and we end up, I think the first thing we got was the name, Comvidarte. Why? Because these are the pillars, and still are, and they are going to be, I think, forever, which are community, vida, which is life, and art. And we thought this would be the fabric that could unite our dreams and approach people. And so this is the name of our project. Afterwards, we've tried. These are some photographs of our pilot that was actually done by Rafael. So basically, what is the idea? We believe that the only way of preserving life and preserving cultural communities is through togetherness, through people coming together and doing things together and sharing stories. And so we would love to be curators of those stories and to be vehicles of developing the stories, but also making them visible. In the same way that I used to do with the children, now I wanted to do it with, and together with the community. So imagine if you're coming to somewhere new for the first time. Normally, you'd walk around, you may see some architectural icons, you may try some food. Even if you're lucky, you might have a conversation with a local person, but do you really know what's happening? Do you really know the people? Even if you live there, do you really know your neighbors? Have you ever stopped and had some time to really know a story? And this is kind of our premise. We're gathering stories and showing and allowing people to have the experience of really knowing the story of people, but not just the old stories, not just the past stories that we normally find when we go and visit some places, but the real people who are there currently, and they would be able to tell their stories. And if you go there, you might be a local who've lived there forever, or you might be a visitor, and you have the experience of really knowing what it is to live on this territory. And you might even be lucky enough to actually meet the person who's telling the story. So this is our proposal, to give you a little bit more than just walk through the place, but really live it through the eyes of people who are already in there. This will be done through a project within the project, which is called Rota de Memórias, Memory Route, where there's going to be kind of a circuit with curated stories that will be changing with time, and you'll be able to really know the stories of these people. And reflecting on that, one thing that I remembered was all my life when I was growing up, I used to hear my grandfather's stories. And I can assure you that if I tell you his stories, you know him, although he's dead. And you'll understand life through his eyes, and you'll understand a lot of things. And I can even use his words, and I can even share with you some of audios that he left me. This is what we propose to do. So we're going to organize and curate the stories of the people, and they will be able to come across and be live and tell you exactly who they are, how they live the territory, what's important for them. And so you'll be able to have that experience on top of just walking around and just the all rest of the things that you normally get. So you still have that as well. And maybe one or two experience with the real people. I guess this is it. And then you'll speak a little bit about the tile project.
That's about memories, art, and community. The art it's a mosaic with tiles. We follow this this culture in Portugal about the tiles, and we have a sustainable idea to make mosaics, make designs, and it will be representing our culture that we are taking the memories, our culture that people who live in that place, and then the stairs. Look like that. We have some design. We made one event with some designers there to show how it can be there, and a lot of people coming. A lot of people coming by here in this event, and the idea is bring people together and make mosaic and take the piece of tiles that can come to the garbage, for example, and reuse in the city, you know, and the place that can be more dark or something like that in the city, we can reuse some tiles there, and you need to put our community together again, and make something important for the community.
So one thing that is important is that there are some problems with the tiles, especially in this area, because some of them are not well kept. And so using tiles is not just random. So we want to dignify the tile and make people understand how important it is, and should be preserved, should be reused, should be reused in our life today. They're not just things from the past who stand on the wall. There are something that they tell a story, and they can tell our story currently. So that is one of the objectives. But the main one is really bringing community together, creating community. We think it's possible. We did our pilot. The pilot went very well. People were very engaged. We had people, and we want to construct something together who will reflect the past, but also the future, and especially the people who are there at the moment. It went very well. We want to kind of use this public space as people's space, not just something passing by. And stairs normally are something for passing by. So we want people to be there as they were. It is possible. It's community. It's us. So this is the message we want to leave as a final word, is coming together to create community and to bring stories to life, share stories, and be part of a larger thing than ourselves. Thank you.